Sometimes I wonder if I could go back and live in the past, when my life became much harder and difficult, or instead, when it became much calmer and happier. My name is Miftahudin Hanif. I'm from 15th State Senior High School, Semarang. It can't be denied that technology has been developing around us in a short matter of time, especially in information sector. Just look around you. Most of the device that you are using, of course it's including the device that you're currently used to watch this video right now, is not available a few decades ago. Supported by the existence of smartphone and internet, this development has successfully created information as one of humans' primary needs because of its functionality and practicality. With the development at their favor and at their disposal, a lot of news outlets has begun to expand their products to the digital world. This was based on that the majority of the consumers has gone online. They're hoping that the consumers will be able to receive information that are much more accessible and came from a reputable and responsible sources. With that said, this expansion should create a lot more informative and educative information for the consumers, right? Well, not quite. Because on the other hand, this expansion also creates news that are publishing someone's mistake and ignominy irresponsibly. One of the cases is this high school student that are accused of plagiarism a few years ago, that the media has bluntly reported and covered, including publishing her sensitive private information, such as her alma mater, her social media account, and even worse, her home address. This led to the student receive a lot of unpleasant comments from the netizens, to say the least. The next case involving about our campus orientation in one of the university in Indonesia. During the orientation that being implemented online, one of the seniors snapped at the juniors during Zoom meeting. The video went spiraled out of control. The perpetrator faces an alma mater were being reported by the media everywhere with their faces uncensored. The reaction from the netizens are mostly anger and disgust. This resulted in the perpetrator's social media being attacked with a lot of hate comments and mockery. This has gotten so bad that the perpetrators needs a therapy afterwards. Then, who can forget the case of garbage prank from a certain Indonesian YouTuber? The excessive media coverage of the story has built up the tension and massive public outcry, and of course attack on the social media for those who deemed responsible. This case ended with the culprits being apprehended by the authorities. All of these cases has one thing in common, and that is their identities, private information, and sensitive information are being leaked to the public due to the lack of protection from the media that are covering them. This resulted in a massive cyberbullying action on their online platform. Now, the role of media in cyberbullying cannot be said to be 100% clean. Sure that they are never condone the act of bullying itself or cyberbullying, or even commit the horrible act directly. But indirectly, the media has fueled and sparked cyberbullying activity by not protecting the perpetrator's private information and identities from the public consumption. Given the existence of journalistic ethical codes that must be obeyed when making or writing information that related to negative matters, this resulted in the perpetrators or the wrongdoers receive a lot of masses or quote-unquote punishments from the society, both in the real world and in cyberspace. It has become the basis of humanity that no human in this world deserves to be treated discriminately, harassed, or even receive injustice. The basis or the fundamental basis of human being is understanding each other, tolerating each other, and respecting each other. But According to the law of social dynamics, this has not been implemented and understood by everyone. One of the deviations from the fundamental basis of human being is bullying. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, bullying is defined as harassment or abuse of someone vulnerable by someone much stronger, much powerful, etc. Bullying does not always come face to face, but it can also occur in the communication in cyber world. This particular bullying is called cyberbullying. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the intensity of cyberbullying has dramatically skyrocketed because, as we all know and we all experience, a lot of our activities has now based online. In fact, Light, the organization that focuses on online toxicity prevention, has stated that cyberbullying activity related with hatred between children and adolescents in online chat platform has increased 70%. Now, imagine if this circle of devil is keep turning and turning. It is very likely that the wrongdoers will bear all their mistakes and consequences until the end of their lives. They can be fired from their job, expelled from their alma mater, refuse to go to work in some places, or even be ostracized and discriminated against by their own environment. Because, as we all know, that digital traces are impossible to erase. No human being deserves to live like that in their lifetime. Now, to cut this circle of devil, the media must be much more careful and responsible with their news coverage. They must protect the identity and privacy of the perpetrators in order to prevent them from cyberbullying from the wider community in the future. And we must emphasize to ourselves that even if someone is making mistakes, even if small or big, they do not deserve to receive a negative stigma for the rest of their life. Do not let our dislike lead us to oppression and injustice. As our technological development always develops, we must always carry our name under just and civilized humanity. Thank you.